So what I have observed with many levels of business in India is, probably for most people when they say business, they're talking about the mega corporations that have grown, both Indian and otherwise. But India hums beyond world's economic situations. India's commerce hums because there's a whole lot of family businesses, individual entrepreneurs, family enterprises, which have a very strong business sense. They have the necessary commitment to what they're doing, they have the fire to run the business, they have the know-how, but they're not able to move from being a proprietary to a larger possibility. This scaling up is something that a lot of them struggle with. I have many personal experiences with this. I've been watching this for a few years now, and I thought in some way if you could contribute to really help these businesses to scale up, because they have everything in place, they have the fundamentals really good. See, suppose you're playing on a trapeze bar. Unless you're sure you can catch the other bar, you won't leave this, isn't it? You're not going to let go of this. It's unfair to ask him to let go of this when he's not sure whether he can catch the other one or not. Of course there's a risk, those few moments of leaping, but still it's a calculated risk. But when you're still not able to see where the other bar is, there's no question of letting go. So insight is an effort to help people to have the necessary insight to see where the other floating bar is. And it's not really so much of a risk as they think, as many of them may perceive. It is a certain calculated risk, and even operating within the limitations, having a stagnant business is also a great risk. Everything works well only when it's succeeding and growing. People… you can keep people together, you can keep everybody focused. When something is growing and getting bigger, if it stagnates, there'll be all kinds of problems that everybody faces at some point or the other. So, to move on to the next step, without the necessary tools and the know-how, asking them to move on is not a fair thing. So it's best we provide those tools, so we thought we'll bring the best minds in the field who have done that scaling up as a hands-on knowledge towards scaling up. The most basic thing is insight. That is, you have some insight that others don't have. You're able to see something that others are not able to see. Otherwise, you're a contrived leader. You've somehow gotten up there and you're always worried how you will fall down. Leadership means you want to sit on a perch. If you sit on a perch and you can't see any better than the people who are not sitting on the perch, you will become a joke. Yes or no? Once you sit on the perch, you must be able to see something that others are not able to see. A leader means he's a lookout person. It need not necessarily mean that you're able to do something better than somebody else, but you're able to see better than somebody else. Once you're able to see something that others cannot see, however clumsy you may be, you still become a leader. People will still look up to you because you are seeing something that they cannot see. This is most important. If you want to run a business, whatever kind, essentially running an organization means in some way you're managing maybe 1,000 minds or 10,000 minds. If you cannot even manage yours, how are you going to manage everybody else's?